Hi, a good evening and peace be upon you. Yeah, I'm right back at you. We about to get ready to do take 43 and let's get right into it. It goes like this. That was the only kind of God the black man would accept. One who was greater and stronger than his master. One who will make everything all right in the great hereafter. His post-existence. Despite the black man's overriding belief in Jesus, he is afraid to make moral judgments about some of today's immorality because he thinks that he has no right to censor others. And he doesn't want to accuse or moralizing or being overly critical of the person's actions of others. Everybody has the right to do whatever they want to do, right? Wrong. All morals are grounded in religion, so the immediate question gets to be which religion is to be chosen to represent the right morals. These morals conceivably must be God's selection. So next, a specific God has to be recognized. Once this is done, the Armageddon rears its venomous head because Armageddon is the final showdown between right and wrong. Black men are content to wage conversation. No, excuse me. I'm going to repeat that. Black men are content to wage conversational Armageddon by agreeing that nothing is absolutely right and nothing is absolutely wrong. It just depends on the person and the situation. This is how they accept immoral behavior as the norm. Even the God of the European religion that he has adopted is no longer considered qualified to denounce wrongdoing, and his guidelines eliminated to pave way for modern interpretation. Religion or recognition of a supreme being is now considered an option. It always has been, and there's no compulsion in it. So the black man timidly defers making judgment calls, and this temperament trails him in all areas of his life. He is hesitant. He certainly is not comfortable taking an opposition position or stand on an unpopular subject publicly. He knows it will cause him despair in the form of rejection, being ostracized, or demands to prove his position. He has little or nothing left to defend his positions with because he has been stripped of all his moral turpitude due to all decisions in life having been reduced to an individual choice or a personal preference. Do your own thing. Live and let live. Chill out. When the white man made up his ideas and rituals and called them holy, he referred to it as a religion. Whenever the black man makes him up a religion, the white man calls it a cult. There have been several brave black men who attempted to make up a new religion for the black man. They designed to change the Christian guidelines around to accommodate ideals more suited to their nature. Their dogmas, all but one based on modified Christianity, failed to unite the people under one religious umbrella that would specifically cater to their needs. They were Noble, Drew, Ali, Daddy Grace, Prophet Cherry, Father Divine, and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Briefly, their platforms were as follows. Noble Drew Ali. He wrote his own religious text called the Quran with a K. Not the same as the Islamic Holy Quran with a Q, and that's in parentheses. He wanted the Negro to know their origin as Asiatic, did not seek religious integration with whites. He began his organization in Newark. Drew founded his sect in 1913, and when he died, he vowed to be reincarnated, to come back to life after death. Old records say he was a Muslim at heart, but respected the American flag and loyalty to the USA. They celebrated their Christmas on January the 5th, the anniversary of the day Noble Drew was reincarnated. He titled his group the Moorish Science Temple. Moorish Americans are Moors. Daddy Grace organized his own Christian sect based on holiness and conversion and being sacrificed into the Holy Spirit. Services considered of regular Christian church behaviors such as intense prayer services and speaking in tongues. He believed in masters and servants. His group was open to blacks and whites, and they used the regular Bible. His program was based loosely on the format of Father Divine, except he looked and dressed more like a sugar daddy with long hair. Prophet Cherry called his people the Black Jews of the Church of God. He used the Yiddish and Hebrew Bibles. He suggested that his Jewish God was black. He taught his followers of three heavens, one on earth, and a second in the trees, and a third in the sky. He attracted a modest following, and his program, too, was a variation of Father Divine's and Daddy Grace. Opinion was that he was an opportunist. Father Divine. He had a humongous, I'm going to spell that for you, Humongous ego, and didn't beat around the bush and inform his followers outright that he was their God, the new Jesus. He endeared himself to his flock by instructing them to refer to him as Daddy. As their daddy, he told them to turn over all their worldly goods and house deeds to him, and he would take care of all their personal needs. He developed several commercial products, a publication, and a weekly hosted huge banquets, which he charged only a few cents for, or fed his people free. He was 4'6" tall and told his membership that they would live forever. He also told them that sexual relations and marriage were unnecessary and forbade married couples from sleeping together. He claimed that his followers did not need doctors because he would heal them. His religious meetings were loud and rowdy with singing, stomping, shouting, and speaking in tongues. He required parents to absolve themselves of motherhood and fatherhood and turn their children over to him to live in the kingdom. His church was open to all races, and he married a white woman who continues to carry on his work today as Mother Lorraine. He acquired several he acquired, several real estate investments like hotels and a roomy castle-like dwelling. If his followers pleased him, he crowned them kings, queens, princesses, and princes with much pomp and royal costumes. He operated his kingdom for about 15 years until he was he was arrested on trumped up charges of creating a nuisance. Now, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad declared he was missioned by God / Allah in the person of Master Farad Muhammad to become a messenger of truth to his people. He was the first black man since slavery to introduce the black man to a religion completely different and opposed to the Christian teachings given to them from their slave master. He identified their God as black, showed them a picture of him, told them the white man was a devil and their natural enemy, and called their religion Islam. He told them that before coming to America that they were Muslims and that they should not eat pork and must learn to be self-sufficient. He told the black man that he was a part of God / Allah, the supreme being, and should start preparing themselves to rule the world. For over 40 years, the Nation of Islam labored as the largest, most unified, and successful example of the black man's real strength and true nature in American history. Despite the aforementioned options, all existing in the early and mid-1900s, the masses of black men opted not to join either group and clung to their regular Christianity. His problem is that he seeks a God who is best experienced by an emotional feeling. He wants a religion which permits him to do anything he chooses and will still accept him as a practicing member. Christianity, including Catholicism, are the only religions that allow him to do this. If he makes up another religion, he makes it a form of Christianity, but calls it something else to make himself believe that he is worshiping a new idea. I'm going to end this take right there for take number 43. I certainly hope that you listened and learned with that take. And for this evening, I want you and your family to be blessed this day. And until our next take, I will talk with you soon. Peace be upon you. Till next time, peace out, y'all.